Hello vlog. I'm here with Harrison at the grocery store because he wanted to buy some things that are local to here. You don't need time?
Like here, I don't
You've got all the time in the world.
I do.
It's hard to find in the US.
But where's the smaller one?
Free samples.
Free samples.
Let's do it.
We're supposed to do it?
I guess so. What's our first stop for the day?
One of my friends.
I don't know, I'm gonna take it now.
Got really bad.
Good morning, Elmer.
Good morning, Celeste. We are at the RIIFS,
And that stands for?
the Royal Institute of Interfaith Studies.
Woo!
Good picture, I like that.
سلام نحن متشرفين بوجودكم معنا اليوم في نيويورك. شكرا.
Are together, created with one creator, whatever we call him, Allah, Elohim. So we still those human being, weak human being. We still need each other. We still have these injuries in our heart when we lose our sons, when we lose our countries. So let us remember that we are all human and we all deserve to speak to each other in a respectful way. Thank you very much.
I like the last phrase that he ended the talk with. Was it?
The
truth will set you free. The truth will liberate you.
Hello vlog, we're here at the Tiraz Museum, which I think is for textile.
Not quite, it's the home of Arab dress.
Azina's about to make her intro in Arabic. Are you ready?
I am.
We are in Tiraz with that Kawar Home for Arab Dress. This is a private museum. Contained the collection which my mother has collected over maybe 40 to 50 years in her life. She started as a young Palestinian woman from Bethlehem. Instinctively, she started to obtain these dresses first from relatives, and then she started buying them. And it was kind of a preservation of identity. She started doing the same for the Jordanian costume. Jordan was going through a very quick modernization period, and hence nobody was actually preserving the stories and the details behind all these dresses. So we preserve the living heritage of women and their life histories through their costumes and their skills in embroidering these beautiful dresses. Around Aleppo, most recently is where the earthquake hit, okay? But also it is where the barrel bombs were being dropped, and a lot of people suffered really in these. Recently we only think of refugees, we only think of conflict, we only think of violence, but now you can look at Sukhne, where ISIS was, and you look here and you see those beautiful dresses. The material will be like beige, cotton, raw, and they will get all sorts of beans or rice. So this would be chickpeas, these might be rice, and these might be lentils, and then they would tie them very, very, very closely, and then they would dip this one in sumac, they would dip this in indigo, and then they take out the tied beans and rice, and you get this design.
I want to quickly reflect on the happenings of this day while you look at the clothing and fabrics of the Arab dress. I thought the art in this museum demonstrates the history of the region in an entirely new way, and a very impressive way as well. It focused on the individual lives and practices of women of the region. You can also see the geographical difference within and between countries, and it's just impressive. For instance, between the north and the south of Jordan, you would have a completely different style of dress. Between different class levels, the rich and the poor, you would see a different type of stitch being used within the dresses, and it was just so interesting to see that variation. For example, in some countries like Lebanon, there was a lot less prevalence of this form of Arab dress, which is a very interesting question as to why that might be the case. And I was able to get some answers at the museum, but honestly, there wasn't a confirmed answer that researchers have found. So it's just interesting how much work is left to be done in piecing the different pieces of the puzzle together. I thought overall this museum demonstrated very well how varied and different the cultures and heritage are within the region. On to the rest of our day, We got to visit the Cave of the Seven Sleepers, where, according to the Holy Quran, 7 men fleeing religious persecution spent 300 years before emerging.
It just says the name. So جامعة العلوم الإسلامية والعالمية. He's gonna bring one I think over there. He's so excited.
Ready? We're out of this road.
This is a hike, خلاص? Wait till the sheikh comes.
Or do you want to explain it?
I'm waiting for the chef.
The technical point is to make analysis and does bad things. I don't know what we're gonna see. Cave.
El pite, mira el pite. Vas a tomar una foto con el pite. El pite.
Perdón.
هناك النوم 309 سنين، الشمس بتغرب تدخل من هذا الباب وقت الشروق مطلقة لجوا والكلب ضل يحوصهم برا وما دخل.
No, Celeste, we're making counts of how much money you owe us.
I have paid my debts.
Bro.
Hey guys, we're here at McDonald's. It's like 2 a.m.
2 p.m.
2 a.m. and we should probably be asleep. But yeah, we're here because it took a long time for some of us to finish our reflections, right, Hos?
Chaplain Davis, I apologize.
And we're here just like finishing our McDonald's and excited to be alive.